I don't know. I don't know enough about the psychology around any of this stuff.
That is why I have my next piece of evidence.
Right, bring it up.
From the Daily Mail, an article titled 50 Shades of Health, 4 surprising benefits of kinky sex. Now they go, it says kinky sex or BDSM because, they've got to hit the search engine, they've got to do the SEO, but it's really about the BDSM, not necessarily the sexual portions of it. And this is what they say. It's a world that was considered taboo for a long time. For many, anything beyond vanilla sex was considered abnormal. Then came 50 Shades of Grey trilogy, which introduced BDSM to the world. Generally, BDSM is about dominance and submission. One person plays the top or dominant role, while the other plays the bottom or submissive role. According to a post 50 Shades survey by Marie Claire, that's a magazine, 85% of U.S. adults had engaged in at least light, fair play using masks, blindfolds, and bondage tool. While there's plenty of room for sexual experimentation when it comes to BDSM, there are also many physical and mental health benefits when practiced safely and consensually, similar to what our Dom was saying, just referenced it a minute ago. Would you like to know more, Jamie?
Do I have a choice?
No.
I was playing a role. Is this how you do it? Am I doing it?
No, we're not doing it. That's how this spot is. No, we're not doing it. So, number 1, reduces stress levels. Several studies have found that couples who engage in BDSM activities see a reduction in stress levels. A 2009 study found that both dominant and submissive consistently had lower levels of cortisol after engaging in bondage compared to before. So,
I don't know what is that? I don't know what that is.
Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, regulates many changes in the body, including blood sugar levels, immune responses, and inflammation.
Oh, so I'm curious: is it because you used all your stress during it, or is it because was it healthy? Is there any I know that the reason why they're even bringing it up, the implication there is that this is a healthy way to relieve stress, right? Is Correct. That true? Is that
yeah. I'm just saying, if we look at our society, we've got a lot of, there's a lot of issues generally. I'm just saying that, why do we try something that could possibly be making people happier? There's just so much in our society that is depressing, especially after 2 years of a pandemic. And here we are chiding someone who's just trying to bring a little joy into this world. It may be through the whip.
No.
It may be through the flog.
That's not.
But that there are trying.
I agree with you in that it's totally cool, whatever you're into. And yes, I will definitely agree flat out with almost like what George R.R. Martin had said in the past, in that society needs to just see certain things differently. The taboo nature of some of the most inherent parts of our species, right? Our instinctual parts of us and parts of our culture that are just there that no one talks about because of how they were looked at in the past by groups that had authority, is ridiculous for us to continue these legacies. But her showing up to a court proceeding and doing that, I mean, that was a straight up advertisement. That was ridiculous.
And she's starting a conversation. This might be a movement.
It's got a form of protest. I mean, if it was that, listen, I'm not mad about it, but I mean, it's atypical, and not atypical from like an oppressed point of view. If someone was to, like those 2 kids that showed up stoned, or at least they played a stoned character. Did you ever see them before? And they go into court. There were these 2 dudes that wanted to party, and they went into court and like spoke to the board, some city council. Oh my God, I have to send it to you.
This does sound a little familiar.
There's like a few times it happened. There's these 2 guys, and it's funny. It's funny to see, and it's atypical, and it's. Sure, we should be looking at recreational use of some substances is not a big deal.
And we did.
And
now we do.
But that will never, you can't do that. You can't show up inebriated to official proceedings. You can't show up in your lingerie or without clothes on. Like, it's just,
if there's your uniform.
No.
It's just backed by something. It could be your religion.
I don't care about that.
Do you want to know what else it could do? Do you want to know what else BDSM could do for you?
Tell me what else.
It can strengthen your immunity. Flogging.
Oh my God, the cure to COVID.
Hold on. Well, we didn't say that.
Antoine
no,
has
please
an announcement
do not put
make.
that. Please don't put that on our YouTube. I don't want to have the explanation for what COVID is just because you mentioned it as part of strengthening the immunity with BDSM. No,
Antoine
we have no idea.
has something to sell you. It's a book. It's a book that talks about the cure to COVID. You got to read it.
Great.
You got to purchase it
Great.
for $19.99.
You're going to regret that one. So flogging and spanking increases blood flow to the brain. The fresh blood supply saturates the organs and muscles with new oxygen and hormones. Meanwhile, the used blood is removed along with waste products that cause fatigue and even illness of brain cells. This is a cleansing.
I'm sure it's similar to like getting a massage or something.
It could be. Yeah, I'm just putting it in there. You know, I've always actually, I'm a big advocate of adding massage into health plans. I think that works.
Yeah, no, I think that I mean, there's no denying it. You have to listen to your body, and there's all whole things. You get deep tissue into your muscles and what they release. Actually, Maxine, who we've had on the pod 3 times now, a through hiker, had informed us a few years ago of exactly what happens to some of the muscles when you do some deep tissue massages, foam rollers, and things like that. So, it's really interesting, the biology. I don't know what it was called, but behind all of this, but. Again, I'm not knocking the BDSM or anything like that.
I'm just trying to elevate.
I am just saying that
into the conversation.
Yes, and it is like, I guess, the bidet of stress relievers. That is the second time I've used that.
There you go.
That reference
on
this
reference.
Podcast.
That's
what was the other one?
Reference.
What was the other episode? It was the bidet of something.
I do not remember, but that is a very good reference. Exactly. Something very underutilized, but could be very life-changing. That is probably what BDSM might be for a few people out there. Just putting it out there. Number 3, increase of feel-good hormones.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, is that... Okay. Okay, sure. You
many
get that.
couples who practice BDSM can fare better than vanilla couples when it comes to communication. Experts told Daily Mail Online that this is because they often have to be more thorough in discussion about their sexual desires. Additionally,
so it opens communication, opens lines.
Additionally, having tools such as safe words and making a distinction between play and other typical relationship interactions are contributing factors.
That is interesting.
Do you know what the last one is? Unless you want to say something else about that.
I'm wondering how long, like, do you just jump right into that with someone, or do you have to be with them for a while? Because it seems like you're making yourself very vulnerable.
Well, I think that's where the dungeons come into play, to be honest with you, because if you are insecure, that anonymity, which is sort of like why someone seeks a therapist. I mean, there are many reasons to do therapy, but part of it is that you're speaking to somebody who is not a friend, is not a family member, is, a third.
I thought these things you were talking about were within a relationship.
Yes, this is true. For this specifically, when they referenced that, they were saying that it can help a relationship as well. You're right. But I was just saying that for people who don't feel that comfortable as the individual, this is where that could apply in terms of using something like a dungeon. But if you are secure enough in that relationship, then yes, you could also get those same benefits if you can speak to a partner about this type of foreplay.
What the startup costs are of this? Dungeon sounds expensive.
That's why you do free advertising.
No, I meant for couples.
Well, I guess it's the cost of your relationship. What's more expensive, divorce or some light tickling?
A new fridge or convert that basement.
Just saying, light tickling is free. It could go a long way. The last one is better mental health. While some may think BDSM perverse, studies have found practitioners to have a mentally self-assured, strong, and healthy. To be mentally, self-assured and strong and healthy. Specifically, a 2013 study found BDSM participants to be less neurotic, more extroverted, more open to new experiences, more conscientious, less rejection sensitive, with higher subjective well-being than vanilla couples.
I feel like it's almost like practicing improv in a way
Oh, yeah,
where
you could
that
probably do
kind of
that.
builds confidence in certain areas to perform
Yeah.
in maybe your personal or professional life.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is some similar effect.
Could be.
Because it's role playing.
Yeah. Essentially. Yeah. I mean, it's acting. Yeah. Just like you say. Yeah.
So
The
that's
improvisation is with your tools.